Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Sleepy Celestial. So guys, we are finally back with the last semis of the first round. The first round last heat of the women's 100 meters, heading to the semifinal. Now we have the great Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce as well as Mary Jose Talou. Now, Shelly-Ann has been doing this for almost 2 decades now. This is her last season, and we're gonna make something special for her soon. But last year she couldn't compete due to a lot of craziness that happened off the track, and she had to take a mental step back because of one, how she was treated, and two, she wrote out a letter indicating what happened. It was a lot, and she couldn't practice on the track last year, so she couldn't even get on the blocks. After running the first round, she was missed out of the semis, and she ended her Olympic career of pursuing last year. Now she's back. She got third at the Jamaican trials, right behind Shericka Jackson and Tia Clayton. And this is a legend. This is a living, breathing legend. Shelly-Ann has done so much for track and field. To see her go, it's very, very hard, because after Allison left, it felt very hard to watch track and field sometimes, not seeing Allison, and it's gonna be even harder for me not seeing Shelly-Ann alongside Shericka Jackson, and I pray that Elaine Thompson comes back, but let's see what happens. Okay, let me tell you guys this: the accolades does not do it justice for the amount of things that Shelly-Ann Fraser has done for track and field. I remember 2008 so vividly, when Jamaica officially became the dominant sprint nation. It was 2 hours apart from Usain Bolt winning and then Shelly-Ann winning. And I remember Jamaica never had a 100-meter gold medalist. And then when Shelly-Ann, which was at that time, she was the youngest person there. And then when she won that medal, I know what it meant for the country of Jamaica. It was a surreal era. All of those greats has retired. It's hard. It's very hard to pass the baton sometimes, because I feel as if I'm not quite ready to say goodbye to Shelly-Ann yet. But as we are approaching this World Championships, this is my first time seeing the first coverage of the World Championship this year. Like, I did not watch anything. I think I told you guys this before. Like, this is my first interaction with this, because of the time zone. I couldn't watch it properly the way it was being aired. It was very late in the morning or afternoon. So by the time it comes on, I didn't have time to watch it because I was working and going to school currently still. So seeing this now and taking my time to watch every event, it's gonna be amazing. Like I said, we're covering a lot of the core events, and then we're gonna also cover other core sub events. And then we're gonna give an overall wrap up of the entire thing. Like I said, today's the first day of me covering the entire round of the women's. Tomorrow we're gonna do the semis and final, and then we're gonna cover the men's. Then we're gonna cover the women's 200 and the men's 200. No, we're gonna do it in a certain order where we have time to see everybody. But 100, 200 is going to be a bit separate. After the 100, men's and women's. We're gonna jump into the women's hurdles, and then the high hurdles for the men, and then we're gonna do something very special. But like, without further ado, guys, Shelly-Ann, before Otto Bolden move up more, I'm just gonna move this a bit more. Shelly-Ann has done something nobody hasn't repeated yet. She has 5 world championship titles, and the crazy part is, earlier late in her career, she started running a bunch of 10.6. She's the most consistent runner when it comes to 10.6. You know, there was a point back in 2021, her and Elaine Thompson went back to back for 10.6s. You know, I think, and I still believe, besides Carmelita Jeter, which actually opened up the floodgates of the modern era for 10.6, Shelly-Ann has been more consistent for 10.6 out of anybody. When Shelly-Ann came and ran a 10.63 at the, I think it was it last? No, it was in 2021. Heading to the Tokyo Games, and Shelly-Ann literally opened this floodgate, and all of a sudden everybody was running to it, and then Elaine beat her with a 10.61, taking the FloJo time, and now holds the Olympic record for that. You know, this was a rare thing to do. You know, she ran 10.67. She ran and then I think it was like Lausanne or whichever meet it was, she ran 10.60, which put her at the 3rd fastest. And Elaine ran a 10.54 at the Prefontaine. So it's amazing history. So much for this sport that no one can take away from her legacy. You know, from 2007 to now, from Tokyo to then Tokyo again. Like, that's amazing.
Of Hungary and Charlton of the Bahamas, but Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, love that smile and love to be able to say we'll see you in the semis.
Yep, she has survived and advanced to the semifinal round. There's Talu Smith, 3rd from the right, who always gets away well. Look, Shelly-Ann has more experience than everybody running here combined, so she knows there is no reason to run any faster than you have to until it is absolutely necessary. The reason she has the collection of medals that she has is because she knows how to run rounds. In fact, I would say that she's a master at running rounds. So all it took tonight to get through was what she was able to deliver. And we'll see her tomorrow.
Looking at it from that shot, you see how fast she is. Like I said, congratulations to Shelly-Ann Fraser. Thank you guys so much for staying up with me tonight. These will be cleaned up and uploaded by tonight, and you guys will see it by tomorrow morning. And then mid part of the morning, you guys will be getting the semis, and then we're gonna close out with the final for the women's 100 meters tomorrow night. Thank you guys so much. I can't stress this enough. It's a blessing to be covering again. It's been a very tight schedule. Like I told you guys, I'm still in school. I'm trying my best to cover track and field while wrapping up this week, so that way I could usher in something very special for next week. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys for the next video, which will be the first round of the women's semis, and then we will see you guys for the final tomorrow. Bye bye, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.